Virtual reality, or VR, has been a game changer in the field of interactive entertainment, bringing up new opportunities for immersion and altering the gaming scene. The gaming industry has embraced virtual reality technology, pushing the boundaries of what is possible and generating unique experiences that capture players like never before. We'll look at how virtual reality is changing the game industry and how it's changing the way we play. One of the most notable effects of VR on gaming is the unequal level of immersion it provides. By immersing players in the game environment, virtual reality generates a sensation of presence and realism that traditional gaming cannot equal. This increased level of immersion allows players to get totally immersed in the game experience, establishing a deeper emotional connection to the characters and narratives. With the advent of VR technology, game developers have been pushed to reconsider traditional game design methodologies. Developers may use VR's unique characteristics to create creative gameplay mechanics that take advantage of the medium's immersive nature. Because of this shift in design, new game genres and experiences have emerged, such as escape room games, interactive narratives, and simulations that blur the barrier between gaming and reality. When it comes to immersive reality in the metaverse, a full sensory experience powered by haptics is the final frontier. A haptic bodysuit can enhance physical sensations and a user's overall experience, whether in social interactions or gaming. Using several integrated systems and technologies, certain haptic bodysuits eliminate the need for extra devices for full-body motion capture. The haptic bodysuit, as a full-scale version of haptic VR gloves, is nothing short of science fiction becoming science fact. Following motion capture tracking suits, haptic suits are emerging as the next big option for hardcore VR and AR fans, raising concerns about the potential scope of the sensory experience. Not all haptic bodysuits are created equal. Tesla Suit DK1, created in collaboration with Somnium Space, has 68 haptic points more than competitors. Adoption is another critical factor to consider. A haptic bodysuit, in theory, determines the sensory experience of the wearer while negatively affecting the experience of everyone else interacting with the wearer. This is because people wearing the suit will react differently than those who do not, and how much a wearer experiences in terms of complete sensory and augmented experience will also depend on increasing adoption rates among other metaverse gamers or co-citizens. Finally, it needs to be seen whether the sensory experience provided by haptic bodysuits is worth the high price. Except for a small group of devoted gamers and VR and metaverse fans, most offerings are currently out of reach. According to Counterpoint Research, this is unlikely to alter shortly unless technology advances at a breakneck pace. The Tesla Suit DK1, limited to only 10 units, was put up for auction using only Ethereum or Somnium cubes, money worth roughly $20,000. The HoloSuit Pro, on the other hand, costs around $1,600. While Tesla Suit, Kaya Tech, and other have delivered on the promise of haptic bodysuits, in theory, it is too soon to expect broad availability in the foreseeable future. And if you are not convened with the Tesla Suit DK1, then here is something that will take you into the future of VR gaming. Birdly is a first-of-its-kind flying simulator in which users control their full-body virtual reality flight experience spontaneously with their arms and hands. The desire to fly is almost as old as the human species itself. Many futile attempts to imitate birds or other flying creatures demonstrate this. We eventually accepted that a flying person might be nothing more than a pipe dream, and we turned to the aviation sector instead. Nonetheless, many investors are willing to test the limits, and there have been countless daring attempts to defy human biomechanics. Such investigations resulted in the creation of Birdly, a product of virtual reality, robotics, and simulation technologies. This breakthrough provides the best flying experience without really flying. Birdly includes a fan that accelerates as you move faster. There's also an olfactory module that simulates the smell of the area you're flying over. These elements combine to produce a multi-sensory experience that pushes the boundaries of virtual reality. Birdly is delivered as a USB device that is mimicked using the Unity engine. The game uses interactive storytelling to provide gamers with up-close and personal views of cities, forests, landscapes, and nearly any other feature. While using Birdly, you could be concerned about how others perceive you, but once you start flapping around and immersing yourself in the unrivaled VR experience, your worries will quickly fade. Even if you have never flown before, controlling Birdly is simple. Flapping the arms accelerates the flight, while rotating the wrists raises the elevation, and lowering or elevating the arm guides the flight in the desired direction. On the specially made table, the Birdly users are positioned face down. The arms, chest, hips, and legs are supported by the table. The experience is definitely worth the very minor discomfort of the table, even though it may be slight. The arms are dispersed across the board, acting as wings, while the head accommodates the rift. Consider being in a virtual reality boxing game with a frightening opponent aiming a haymaker at your head. You raise your hands in time to block the punch, but there is no impact when it lands, interrupting the otherwise immersive experience. Impacto, a prototype developed by researchers at the Hasso-Plattner Institute's Human-Computer Interaction Lab, avoids this shortcoming in standard VR experiences. The technology comprises an armband that combines basic haptic input, a tap or vibration on the skin, with electrical muscle stimulation to push or pull the user's limb in a convincingly realistic manner. The device, dubbed Impacto, is placed around your arm or leg and simulates a collision, similar to the sensation of a football hitting your foot or a person pounding your arm. One component of the wireless gadget produces a very weak vibration sensation, comparable to other haptic devices, such as an Xbox controller that vibrates when you drive a race car into a barrier in a video game. Impacto becomes fascinating with the second component, which places two electrodes over your muscle to offer the same electrical muscle stimulation you'd get during physical therapy for muscle tiredness. When you combine the two, your brain gets tricked. It's sort of an illusion, Lopez explained to Tech Insider. Your brain believes that the touch sensation is what causes your muscles to move. Impacto is aware of how to provide electrical stimulation using the Xbox Kinect tracking camera. If you have an impact while in VR, the camera will detect it and trigger Impacto to send the vibrations. Most of us have felt vibration to some extent, whether it's from our phone or an Xbox controller, he explained. Impacto is a completely different sensation because it is much more realistic. Because of muscular activation, you actually feel the impact when you're in VR. Companies are getting closer to mastering virtual reality images, but one key challenge remains: recreating the sense of touch. Despite its enormous potential, virtual reality confronts a number of hurdles and restrictions that the gaming industry must overcome. For many users, the expense of VR technology remains a barrier to access, and concerns such as motion sickness and technological restrictions can detract from the overall gaming experience. As VR technology advances, the gaming industry will need to address these issues in order to fully realize the potential of this revolutionary medium. The impact of virtual reality on the games industry is evident, ushering in a new era of interactive gaming that is transforming the way we play. VR is changing the gaming scene, from better immersion and new game design to increased accessibility and the future of esports. As technology advances, the potential for virtual reality in gaming is infinite, providing a bright and immersive future for the world of interactive entertainment. That's that for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more exciting updates on the latest VR technology and its impact on the gaming industry. Join the revolution of VR in gaming and experience the future of entertainment like never before. We'll see you in the virtual world.